What's up, y'all? So, I got another video for you. I didn't share this with you guys, but I got some navigation lights online from a place here in Florida called West Marine. Yeah, if you can read that. And this is actually a waterproof bag as well. So you roll it. Hold on, let me show you here. You roll it, and then it's a dry bag, and you clip those buckles. So what came in this? So obviously doing a project on a boat. So stuck. I got one of these, a green and a red, and then a white. These are wireless navigational lights. Get a few other things. You get these clamps. You get suction cups. And you get these bad boys. And you get an assortment of, hold on. Oh, sorry, I'm back. You get an assortment of that. Sure. The only problem with this kit is no instructions. So all those little pieces and these rods, I mean, one of the rods is self-explanatory. If you look hard enough on here, there's a groove, and this one, it just locks into place. But you have two other ones, and I'm assuming that's for your white marker light. But yeah, they are bright. Jesus. They are bright. So that was the white one. And unfortunately, well, hold on, let me gotta swap out batteries for a minute because I did the one thing I don't like doing. I went and bought disposable batteries just to see how these work. I'll eventually get rechargeable, so I'll have multiple rechargeable. Hopefully I never have to use this kit. I bought it originally because I was going to move the boat, and you have to have navigation lights when it's dark by law. So there's that. Yeah, I bought these at the dollar store. So who knows? They may last a day. They may last a day and a half. Who knows? But I just wanted to see how they worked and everything. I'm going to end up buying rechargeable. But excuse the camera today, man. I am just all over the place because I didn't prepare for this. I'm just doing it kind of on the fly here. So it comes with this little thing, like your typical flashlight. It comes out and you put your batteries in. And each one of these lights takes 3 AAA. So, yeah. Slowly but surely we'll get there. 3 AAA. I don't know what that sound was. And we're screwing the top on now. I already tried this light before. I just haven't done a video for you guys yet. And then there's your red and green. Pretty bright. And it meets Coast Guard. Here, we'll put them side by, well, not side by side, because that one's bright as shit, man. So this is what they look like. That bright one is that white light, and then yeah, that's your port and starboard light. But like I said, I bought these because my initial plan, oh my gosh, that's bright, Jesus. At least it's bright. Can't complain about that, right? I think the visibility on them is like a mile and a half, or I meets the Coast Guard requirement. And these are actually meant for uh, small boats like kayaks and stuff that's under 23 feet long. My boat's 23 feet and it's a sailboat. Um, and I was just getting something to help me out if I had to move it right away, or if I had to park it or park it. If I had to anchor it in open water, because you're allowed to do that here in Florida. You can. There's a place out here by Merritt Island where you'll see boats just parked there all the time or anchored there, and they just stay there. As long as they're not in the shipping lanes and they have lights on them, you're good to go. Um, so the worst case scenario was to use those for that until I got everything fixed on the boat. But yeah, they have multiple mounting uh, applications. So, like I said, the suction cups and the clamps. I'm sure if you got really creative, you could probably zip tie them or something to your boat. Um, but I mean, for what you get, it's not a bad deal. I spent like $49 on them. 49. No, I spent 50 something because taxes. So I think it's like 52 or something. I think they list on the the website for like 49, and I got them same day. So, but yeah, it's not a bad product. I wish it came with instructions. That would help a lot. But it did come with a dry bag and all that. Worst case scenario, buy these things and throw them on your boat in case you lose power on your boats. And I mean, even if they're only meant for a smaller boat, at least you'll have something. If you're out in the water and you lose power, you don't want to get hit by another boat. I mean, that's just a catastrophe waiting to happen. So, worst case scenario, buy this, throw it under one of your little cushion storage areas, and just keep it for emergency. I think it's kind of a cool little setup. My plans for it were a little bit different, but I mean, like I said, I'm not well versed in boats or anything, but I think it's something cool to have on board. I mean, plan for all worst case scenarios, and you'll be, you know, good to go when those scenarios arrive. But I'm gonna get rechargeable batteries for them because I think it'll eat through these batteries really quick, especially if it's sitting all night and you just have them on. I mean, they are LED, so they don't take a lot of power, but I'd rather just once they die, have another set of have multiple sets of rechargeable batteries. So if I'm out on the deck of the boat or whatever, topside, and I see one go out, I can say, "Oh, that one went out," or "That one went out," or "That one went out." Just go down below, grab some batteries, undo the cap, and get her running again. So future plans for that, I'll probably have like 4 sets of rechargeable batteries. I need a multi-battery charger because I have the battery charger for my work light and all this other stuff, and those are double A's. I need something that charges double A, triple A, you know, the most common batteries. But I thought it was a cool little product, and hopefully I don't have to use it in an emergency situation, but may have to use it moving the boat. Who knows? But I thought I'd share it with you guys. Pretty cool. Uh, West Marine is they have a few locations here out in. They are not sponsoring by this by any means. I just like the product. It was fairly cheap, and um, yeah, there's a few locations here in Florida. I went to the Merritt Island one because I'm close to that one. I'm like 10 minutes away, and I literally ordered it, and 12 minutes later, my order was ready, so I took off and went and grabbed it. But really cool. I think it'll be helpful if I need it to be, and hopefully, like I said, never need to use it in an emergency. I plan on using or subsiding like flare gun and stuff like that. the typical stuff you see on a boat: flare guns, smoke, all that stuff. For when you're in an emergency, this will be a part of that kit as well. And on that note as well, I want to get like a Pelican case, probably from like Harbor Freight or something. They're so much cheaper, and or even an ammo box. Because they sell those there too. Something that is watertight, basically. Throw these lights in there, throw the flare gun in there, throw all that stuff. I even have survival kits that I've been looking at, because if you're out on a boat and you lose power and you need to eat and you don't have food on the boat, it's just thought process like that. I plan for worst case scenario. That way I have everything that I need and I don't have to worry about it. But yeah, I plan on getting like a Pelican, off-brand Pelican case. I ain't gonna spend that kind of money because Harbor Freight has them, and they're not quote unquote Pelican cases, but whatever. They're the same crap. Um, but yeah, I think I'm gonna throw all this stuff in that case once I get it. That way, it's there. So let me know what you think. Again, like, subscribe. Tank is hanging out with my brother right now in the other room. He got tired of hanging out in the room. Oh, and by the way, I got this light working. I don't know if you've seen that one. I took the other one out of the other room and I put it in here so I have a little bit more light. I just like these lights. They're cool. I might actually buy a couple more of these lights to put in the boat up on the ceiling, because you can change. Hold on. Where did I put it? You can change the modes of these lights, and they're fairly cheap. The only thing I'd say about those lights, and this is still talking about boat stuff, because I want to do this stuff for the boat. But hold on a minute. Hold on a minute, folks. We're experiencing technical difficulties. So the cool thing about these lights, looks like I'm getting pulled over. They look really cool. I think if you're down in the cabin of the boat and you're just hanging out, having a good time, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think I spent like $10 at the dollar store, and they plug into any USB. So computer, wall, plug, any of that stuff. I'm sure they plug into a power bank if you want them to. Anyways, I got a lot of lights going on around here, but there's another video that I'm gonna post a little bit later of the work lights I'm bringing out to the boat, the different ones. But anyways, yeah, that's all for this one. Again, like, subscribe. I would have Tank come in here and say bye, but he being Tank, he over in the other room watching TV or something. I don't know. He gets bored of me talking sometimes, so I get it. But anyways, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you think it's a good idea to do the kit, or if you have any other ideas that I could do, uh, anything similar to that. But thanks for the input, and I'll talk to you guys later.